yeah, yeah. This is a full-on anime opening. Is that a JoJo character? That's definitely a JoJo character. That's 100% a JoJo character. I love you, Colonel Sanders, a finger looking good dating sim. Oh boy, here we go. Hello everybody, it's Chocolate Today. I'm going to be playing this game, this wonderful game that came out a bit ago. I don't actually remember when it came out. Yeah, let's go ahead and put... Oh, it's not case sensitive. I don't remember when this came out. It wasn't too long ago though. But you know, it's Thanksgiving. It's a great time to eat, to feast. And so I thought we'd eat Colonel Sanders. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever, or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever, smack that clock up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at this prestigious university of cooking school, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. You'll need to take this seriously. Yeah, I'll take it seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just don't you eat in my ear like that. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. She's cute. Little, what are those? Are those called pigtails? I don't know what pigtails. Listen, I don't know hairstyles, but anyways, nice big glasses that you can't see the top of. A scarf, I think a brown, either brown or red, I can't tell. And a nice little chef costume. This is a cute little outfit. Good morning, Chocolate Latte. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Why are you always holding the exact same pose, though? Anyways, actually because I sure... Oh, never mind. There's a different pose. Because I sure am excited. A little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? No, don't cry. Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind in 3-day. 3-day? Damn. A sweet girl, Miriam has never had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some... No! We're gonna give her that motivation she needs. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with a mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own, and I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. If not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashlyn, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and knows it. Got that anime cute girl like uh little spiky tooth, really large eyelashes with red eye, a little heart on her chest here. That's a little cute outfit. Looking like you worked at McDonald's though. Had a hello Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there. Chicken shins. You leave chocolate latte shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. You can't stand Ashley. I think it's Ashley. I don't know. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Okay, I was right. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man Man. Stop. Man, that's an absolute Chad. Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van. Yep, there's. Is that my JoJo character? You rang? Oh, I hate this. Actually, I love it. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. There's 100% a JoJo character, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Can you stop saying the full name? I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs can learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Pop. Is that a fart? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Chocolate. So, are you going to make me hold the door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in, and you can keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking doggo. Look at him. He's great. Oop. Wait, no, go back. Works. Hey, Sprinkles. Now, quiet down. And the dog or professor. Oh, you corgi. I don't know dog type like that. I only know my favorite dog, which is a what is it? Siberian Husky. And someone actually got me interested in Pomskis, which I didn't know were a thing. I don't really know much about dog types. I just saw Siberian Husky and loved it, and now I want one, and it's my favorite dog. I do know a bunch of different dogs, but I don't know like the dog types or their names or anything. But anyways, now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our color family class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of USC :AL exclamation. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! What the cute dog is that, Professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog is capable of picking up all the nuances. of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl. Cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone closed the window. Then he walks in. Our main man, Colonel Sanders. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anybody could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan, Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkle. Sorry, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. Is that a James Bond? A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom. Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is swelled, whatever that means. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like it's looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweatson. Maybe we should open the window back up before a faucet melts into a metal puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Chocolate says it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that door in the morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and get some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi, students. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my age. Everyone stares at him blank. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Showing teeth. Even Clank made it here in time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. Turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Bzzz, word. I love him. He's great. Look at him. Beep boop. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is like, based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as teachers before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decided to try and butt around by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Ooh, a beef treat. Let's give him something beef. You reach beneath your apron and return with a small bit of beef jerky in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. You clearly do not belong here. Please remove your apron and then remove yourself from the class and the school. Seems you've reached the end of the line, Chief. The proverbial game over. I wanted him to have a beef treat. When it said beef treat, I didn't expect a beef jerky. I expected, like, a good beef treat. I expected me to pull out a thing of beef. But no. Oh, do I have to start from the beginning? I don't want to start from the beginning. Don't tell me I have to start from the beginning. No, I don't. Okay. Hold on, let me just fast forward. Oh god, there's a lot with JoJo characters. Take a moment to clean myself. Student walks in, almost gets expelled. chicken snack? No. Get him a rubber ball. You reach beneath your apron and return with a rubber ball in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes goes wide as he locks onto it. You toss the ball and he bounds after it, grabbing it in his mouth and swinging it from side to side before dropping it. The thrill passes quickly. It's not clear if that endeared you to him or not. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite sheet, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Chocolate, is there still a seat here? It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Sit by best friend or sit by Colonel Sanders? You see, I don't know Colonel Sanders like that. Colonel Sanders could be a bad person. Colonel Sanders could easily look at him. Look at him. He's trying to bring you into his bubble. I don't trust it. I'm sitting by my best friend. You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders. He is such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. Shut up, Pop. This incredible, important, and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely important. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather? That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Sport. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Wait. X clicked. Only one wrong? Not too shabby. I wanna go back. You might just do alright, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Yeah. This is a very nice cafeteria. I like the very tiny little pops of color in the window. Makes it gives it some atmosphere. Gives it some feeling, some style. 2015 established. Is that what that means? I just realized EST means established. Wow. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your mouth water. You smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good, bro. I can't get over that. That means established. I've seen that so many times and I never understood what it meant. But anyways, also I like that the pause symbol is like, I think that's supposed to be a bucket of chicken. I keep thinking it's a bucket of popcorn, but you see, like, because you know how pause signs are usually like the 2 lines going down. You can see that right here, the 2 lines going down is like that's the pause symbol, but it's anyways, do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everybody, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my target. You see, howdy, folk. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers, but shh, don't bully student like that. He's trying his best. Lunch. She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented. But what's true is this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, "Stop thinking and start eating." For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Shh, nah, my dude, nah. I just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. Got his ass. He looks around nervously to see if anybody else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she sides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' foods transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor, savor the moment, and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart swims towards the light. You see, I don't care about every flavor. All right, that just happened in my mouth. I can do that happens naturally as I just taste everything about this chicken. I think I'm either going to swim towards the light or I'm going to savor them. I think I'm going to savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Ah, how bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in and you can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. It's something my great grandmother taught me. Wow! You've never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look. You follow Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy! Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduate. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, and you can bet on it. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment for your personality. Neg him to show you your own strength, while with him with a big idea to add in additional ingredients. Just really spice things up. Be modest, wow him with a big idea. About that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve. Improve it? You want me to change my secret recipe and you think you can do better? Have you ever thought of habanero pepper? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. I can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipe, Chocolate. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. You see, with that option, I thought I was going to say my own big idea. Like, say my own big idea and then add ingredients to my own big idea to wow him. But, not add ingredients to his recipe, because that's his recipe. That's not mine. I don't get to say what to do with it. But anyways, that certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking area where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they can need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no! We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, student, to the cooking area. For today's lessons, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair up. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce at Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Chocolate. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep, boop, bzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be? I want Clank. Clank is great. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Look at him. He's great. He has a little, pocket thing. He has a lot of stuff on him. I don't know what any of that does, but you know what? He's great. Hold on there, fellow. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about it. He has kind of a face. Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will have to be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classroom. Alright, for you two. For today's lesson, we'll be going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get it. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare. Seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes. Also, is that tartare? I don't know what that is, but I think we're just gonna go with some mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners, and mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. Or is my business. And you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did somebody call for me? No, jeez. While I'm over here crushing Chocolate's dreams, we're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the big deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returned, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Why is there some fighting music going on? Why do I hear boss battle music. Why is there boss music? Oh, howdy there, Ashley Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like Chocolate was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Huh, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and drumstick, if that makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. I mean, like, I'm fine with anybody. Well, not her. I'm fine with being with Colonel. I'm fine with being with Miriam. I'm also just fine with being friends with everyone if we want to. But, like, this is a game and this is my visual novel and I want Colonel Sanders. So you, Ashley, you better fuck off. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of punks in your time of need. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class. Let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Is that right? Sometimes conflict can actually build character. I don't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, Chocolate. Wow, is he just not that into you? You think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this. Did you do something to offend him at some point? Look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. Look down at your station and realize that in a tension moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed a boiled potatoes into a perfect creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps and you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering you nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. The time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and leave the heaping sporkful. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spork field of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Chocolate. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If we throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hands. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal, gazing upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce, placed on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestor. You've ignored me for too long. That ends it. It is I who have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bit of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this just doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed. It may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. It killed him! Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up and pops out. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his obvious self. Oopsie, tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're they are as motionless as statues. The club, the class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has inoculated him against poison of all kinds. I'm not sure the professor's here making up. Hello, I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Also, we're being way too rude to student. Student did nothing wrong besides be tardy. And he fucking died. He fucking died. We're being a little bit too mean. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasted them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Chocolate? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, geez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream. Day and night. Never stopping. Never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them, like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed the guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me, 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 me. I'm the hero. The Spork Monster. I is here to fight a hero. What is that? Why does this spork have 5 eyeballs? All his teeth are spork. Why does it actually have a mouth? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How would you respond? Attack. Cook with love. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Ulti-Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. You decide to go on the attack. Again! Cook with love. Does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable. Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stopped here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy. 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch. Does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back up for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away without any energy to keep your eyes open. Darkness over you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Zzz. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret. Huh. It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you could tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. Like him, like. I know it sounds like a movie. It's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if he took it slow with this new boy, like I am Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Haha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, he's not into me. Why did he tell me he wanted the secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some. To show me what he meant, he said it was a powder created by super rare dried flower petals, and that if I did a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I thought it'd be very much use to anyone. Cough, favorite cough. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. I don't know. Should I tell her the ingredient or make up a fake ingredient? I don't want to lose my friendship with her over Colonel Sanders. But Colonel Sanders' secret ingredient, that could ruin things with Colonel Sanders, and not only that, that could ruin his whole business. Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of New? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of New? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you satisfy her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite unsee. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, and cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Wait, was he just on a fucking horse? Let's run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll super good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, chocolate, I'm here to deliver you a message. Oh, goodbye. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. That name is, but before you can continue, you wait. Ah, jeez. You wait to find Colonel Sanders standing. He roused you back to life, satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural season 1? Let's do this. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressuring into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears at the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter their classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle it. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in, but really try to... No. You immediately dress the rivals down for the immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. It's kind of nonsense. It's a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd make a good meal if it ate. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache? What the fuck is that? And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a closer look at what it is that they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book. Just like the one you found after you encountered with the sport monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Hee hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you are interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolt. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzzt. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Where's Bzzzt? Van Van jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. We try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry, I get a little worked up if people try and pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Let that be a lesson. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a stint left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkle jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down. Out, open. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders to snap Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to this lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, as the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important part. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, chocolate? Naturally, this appears to you to be a simple platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water? Shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh, this guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. You must have entering death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've still got spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through cough to fulfill cough. The prophecy, cough, cough. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Ah, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. Damn, I really just made a fucking plant extinct. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed cook-off, or competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they step up and tell them you're on. A bit of a lunchtime competition. Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Chocolate. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then, with timer ready, then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had this chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you'd really impress him again. It's time to boil some water for the potato. Think fast. If the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick random. Always boils 100% every time you get off. Uh, that's wrong. What were you thinking, Chocolate? To get your head in the game, you're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs? He said exactly 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tagging intensifies. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most? Diligence. That's wrong. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for dog jokes. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Big dreams are for. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. What? What? I don't know how I'm supposed to get those right. I just guessed. Well, shit. I have a feeling of some of the ones I got. Let's go ahead. All right, and that one I'm assuming. No. He said exactly 11. Trust. No, so it must be. So it's got to be gratitude. All right. Small town. Bubbling. That's wrong. Okay, so I got it. God damn it, I got it wrong a bunch every time. Well, that's fine, because I will get it this time. I'm gonna get it this time. All right, so 100 degrees Celsius, 11. Gratitude. That's right. You never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never. Small town. You try to shut out the noise of the arena. Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Chocolate. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching you will make you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to... Oh, yeah. You were stranded on a desert island with only one dessert. What would you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on challenge? You're falling behind. What does that have to do with the crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station, Ashley is already being plating elements of the dishes colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer as you do. The crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing a personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Chocolate does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands in the mixture to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Chocolate, no, but you're not fast enough. Your hand gets sucked and immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am, a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, no, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of chocolate century. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locked into the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you've prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide range of delight, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Chocolate Latte to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette. I don't know how you say that. Atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream two ways, tender nougat. I never know how to say that. And pearls of blueberry. I don't know how to say that. Glee. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it? Oh, you. As he places a cover sauce finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Uh, of course. Of fucking course. I swear to God, if I had to do all that over again, I better not. I better not have to do that all over again. Oh, okay, I do. I have to do it all over again. Alright, let's just do it quickly. Because we know what to do. Laughter, gratitude, small town, silence. Wedding vows. Doesn't matter. Our hand is broken. It's whatever. Yep. He's not internalized. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that you feel burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy, fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fire. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-cut beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounded like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that then I was going to amount to something. Not an amount of hours, labor, or more money could deter me from giving the best had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit could be proud of. I'll create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko, it is I. I know I said it won't be backing up for the whole fight to the death thing. Maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also wanted to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a sport monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spell kit book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book. Precisely! I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. Find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you shouldn't be protecting the innocent. Or you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. If I take together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and discuss. Personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it as just you? Let's reveal it. You decide that you're ready, as you'll ever be, to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on the moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sensible kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the colonel. Take a closer look at the urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. Is that a rooster? I thought that was a rooster. Maybe I'm dumb. But anyways, when you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note choked into the tooth reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." This. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein is just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of off its hangers and try it on. Your jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually want this out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. This is our moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Game wanted to kiss. I wanted to kiss Colonel Sanders, and that would be the end of the game. But no, I got rejected by the game. Oh my god, we're all the way back here. We are all the way back here. Oh, that's a while back. I didn't think I was gonna be back here. I thought I was gonna be at the beginning of his house or his hideout. Reveal it. We got our little coleslaw right there, and yeah, I'll click on the same stuff. And then fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned I can't let anything get away. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional break gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, chocolate. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You're talking to the night. Slumber. Dream sequence. You wake up. You awake to a beautiful morning. Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will really tell. Today is the day that can change the rest of your life. Thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast that just picked up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's asking you to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift? Let's flatter. You know, I think we would make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. With the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner, could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. With someone more day to school after all. University cooking school, Academy of Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out that you're fine, I can finally get you to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Plank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned up polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did he just say skydiving as if that's a tip, or did she just say skydiving as that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm totally unsure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her story, however, building up the details on your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzer. Miriam offers to support you no matter what. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at the school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, he's Pop. What's this really? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. These sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Chocolate. They're suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrived just as I appear to think they're close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Chocolate, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back and fighting by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Chocolate. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you should tell me more on your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food. See you inside, Chocolate. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction. Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Oh, that's the book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It appeared to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of a surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says across the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anybody I choose from all of my memories. If I scare about Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No, I don't want to forget Colonel Sanders and all my memories of him. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. Must be hungry. You reach for an old homework. Yeah, you reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkle immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Chocolate, were you studying something like cinnamon? I've been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Chocolate, for reminding me to dole out an indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills out over into the class. Coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appeared to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noise. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J&J forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are a strong shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Or then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clink begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panel, and then a loud ding stops him in his track. Beep. No amount of seasoning is going to make him want to eat that, Clink. Clink burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clink slowly rolls out the room and to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. F to that relationship. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think to get it test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa was a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise together through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a branch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from your cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet the professor dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice the dish. Thought this is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. You've been here for 2.5 days, and we're already about to leave. I can't wait. I'm gonna make the best dish. I'm gonna beat everyone out there, even Colonel Sanders. And a chance to beat the pants right off of Van Van, the supposed man and his evil counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Chocolate's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Colonel Chocolate, what are you doing here? There's still time for the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pies begin to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually have to share with anyone who was hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Press up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visual. I know it's gonna smell like Popeye from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you would expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know, you knew it was a pot pie just from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. All butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made of heaping help of PLC. But it will probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. I don't want a chicken pot pie.
Pie.
Yeah.
Sweet potato pie or
Pecan.
pecan? Pecan.
Sprinkles lays down the ground rule. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken, with the little trademark. Or what is that, copyright? I don't know if that arson. But anyways, the intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Fucking what? Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itsy bitty pot of broth. Best friend Faster Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets into it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity, as we're told. You mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. If you're going to use some dark magic to tide, you've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders told me the easy way is the most difficult. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Chocolate. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Chocolate, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what is it? What about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. This is a special ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did you get the eye of Newt? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up until a dark cloud thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, what happened to Porco? You're not here to battle me, are you? Many spork monsters are many. I think Porco had the day off, but you had conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Man, if you hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notice that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Ah, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was a little spork butt back in the old country, you can feel spork monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during the scare tactics class, and when I woke up, he tossed a serious stare at Steve, and he took his hand. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for yes, Chocolate. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning enemy immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds are preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time. Which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Chocolate. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station, stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What happened to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. But time expired is the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems they're missing some students. Pop, clink. From off-screen, you hear a pure, innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Ma'am, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from challenging how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks! Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off? You wait to hear a signature word beep or another onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender von noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. That teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitty bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth, letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even had a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste the dish with so much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Chocolate, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin smelled topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose closed on the account of all the spike. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongues first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Yash, my tongue! The professor appears to have an allergic reaction to the thing. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles can make it difficult to eat? Dejected. Van Van does not go gentle until the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount this simplicity. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup toppled with French immersion connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it anyway. It's very fragile, meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Chocolate? I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten and can't be judged, you are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by taking up to bake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last time you heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll played. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you gave me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious in the fact that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The menu item is so impressive that even Van Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they even be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Doggins is in the house. Oh, You knew that's. I love. Oh, this game's great. This game is great. I know I haven't been saying much. I've just really been reading, but this game is amazing. This game is great. You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves. Also, 49 in dog years? What would that be like? Well, I guess that's like, what was that, 4 years, 5 years? I don't know. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts are allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Students try to finish what they had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. The red carpet rolls out across the floor in the ballroom. It's like the Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept the diploma, so we had to mail directly to your father. We figured they would the less we could do for the school's den. Oh, now I get it. And we got a new wig on the school. And not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the ground of sparking and electric hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Wow, he's still doing the talking. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth, and I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I just begin to learn who I really am. This is not the time to me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you meet, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. So it's a bucket of chicken. It's the mashed potatoes, biscuits, and I think that's our coleslaw. So no, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Chocolate, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask to dance. I wondered, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy mouse, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School and Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself, but who will help you run your restaurant? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Could you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll. You still at school? Oh, my dear Chocolate, I'm sure that you'll find your place in it. Along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Got him. We got him, boys. We got him. Colonel Sanders. Finally. I got him. Damn, he's going ham on that list, so. I love this. This is so good. Especially this intro is amazing. Pie was great. That was a great game. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm not gonna be cutting it up that much either. I'm gonna like maybe cut out a few things. But that was really fun. I know I didn't say much, but that was like really fun. Um but yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, all that good stuff. Make sure to hit the notification bell when you subscribe. It really helps. And yeah, bye bye.